Welcome back to the Crochet Credo. So it's my friends at yarnspirations.com. Today is the Fire and Ice Poncho. I've been having my eyes on this for a while and I really want to film it to put it into my collection. So there are three sizes that are available to you in this one. We have the small to medium, we have the large and extra large, and then we have the 2 extra large to 3 extra large. I am going to take you all the way to the 3 extra large size as we start here, but just know that when you are working on this kind of thing, right here on the small to medium, once you are done this, it says proceed to the body section. So once you've done this for the small to medium, you just jump on over and you start here. Now with the large and extra large, you're going to create round 1 and 2 and then proceed up here, and then you go down here, and then for the 2 to 3x here, once you get that done, you then proceed, which is going to take you here. So I will, based on my community, based on sizing that I can see, I think that most people will want this larger size. So I will teach this today, but I will give you instructions on what you need to do in order to do that. So just keep in mind that round 1 here for the extra large and large size here is slightly different than the 2x and so on. So you can just follow those instructions here if you like that, but I'm going to take you here. So this is using Red Heart. It's a wrap rainbow yarn, and this was using a 4mm size G6 hook. On camera today, I'm just going to be using some Caron Jumbo yarn with a 5mm size H crochet hook, and it's just to keep it so that the colors don't change out on its own. So people get really frantic when the colors start changing. So without further ado, we're gonna just get ourselves into this and we're gonna get ourselves round and round, and let's begin to do this next. So for all sizes, the starting count is different for each. So the small size is 150 chains. The next size up is 176. And then the 2 to 3 extra large is 195. So what I would like you to do when you start this, just count out to 10 first. So just start chaining to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the reason why I'm having you do this is that I want you to take it off the hook and I want you to put it into the beginning chain right here and leave that towards the closer end to your handle, and then just keep on going. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So either go to 150, 176, or 195, depending on your size. And then when you're ready for that, then you can just pull on through. So get that, and because you've done this now, it will not allow your chain to twist. Please continue, and I'll see you at the end of this chain. Now I've just chained 195 because I want to do the bigger size with you here on camera. So once I have that done, just yarn over and pull through and through. And because you left it on the hook, this chain will not be twisted. So because I did change the yarn and the hook size, this is massive. So make sure that you do honor the 4mm size G6 and the Red Heart. It's a wrap rainbow yarn or equivalent yarn to that sizing in order to keep the sizing good. So I'm going to just bring you back to the instructions. Before you begin, I'm just putting the scissors here so I don't forget to put this in. I'm gonna lie to you in the first 1 to 3 rounds, and I'm gonna say that you're gonna single crochet in so many chains and then put 2 into the next one. And I said that that's a corner. It's not, it's just a growth. So sorry about that, it's just making the circle bigger. So we won't start the corners until we start doing the body. My apologies for that. So for those doing the small and medium size, you're just going to chain 1, and in the beginning of the same stitch as the join, you're going to single crochet in the first 14 chains, 2 single crochet in the next chain, and then repeat going around it. And so what you're doing is that you're starting to create the corners by putting this 2 single crochets into the same chain. So then once you have that done, you're going to then proceed to the body. So the body is all the same for everybody. It's just the stitch count is just going to be more stitches across each one of the corners. So for the large to extra size, or large and extra large, you're going to chain 1 and you're going to be beginning in the same stitch as the join, and you're going to single crochet in each stitch around. So you're not going to worry about a corner on the first time for there. Then in the round 2, you're going to chain 1 single crochet starting in the first one and do the first 10, and then 2 single crochets into the next single crochet and then repeating that around. So that one is 10 instead of 14 like it was here. Then and then you proceed to the body. For what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to start you here with, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to begin the single crochet the same as the joining, and we're going to single crochet then around, and then we're going to go step by step through these instructions on camera. So without further ado, let's begin to do that next. So round 1 on the 2x to 3x, you just chain 1, and in the same stitch as the join, you are just going to just do the back hump of the chain. It'll look nicer, and you can keep an easier count as well. And you are just going to single crochet all the way around, so you don't got to worry about any corners that are created within your poncho. Okay, so single crochet all the way around, and meet you back here in just a moment. When you get back around, make sure that the top here, when you follow it, is still the top on this side, to make sure that this is not twisted in any weird way. And you're just going to join it to the beginning single crochet, like so. So before you continue, absolutely verify. So once you join it, still just check it one more time and make sure that the top is still the same all the way around, and we'll continue to round number 2. So I just double checked again. I'm glad I did, because I did have a weird twist to it, so I just had to follow it and make sure. So it's kind of cool. So let's begin to round number 2 next. Okay, round number 2 for the 2x to 3x. You're going to chain up 1 and count the same one as the join as the first stitch, and so you're going to single crochet into the first 12. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Once you have your 12 in, the next one will have 2 single crochets into the next. So you'll repeat that around to the next 12, and then 2, the very last stitch before the join will have 2 into it, because of that's where it should end. Please do this for round number 2. I'm coming around here on round number 2. I'm putting 2 into the last one because that's the right count. So there was 12 and then 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning. We're going to move on to round number 3. Round number 3 is kind of unique on how it starts, and then I'll share more with you when I get there. Round number 3 starts off uniquely, and we're going to chain 1, and you're going to single crochet in the first 14. So we'll do that together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So the next one will have 2 into the next. So here's the stitch count for the remaining of the round. It's slightly different. So you're going to do 13 and then 2 into the next, 13 and then 2 into the next. You'll do that all the way around, and then join me at the end of the round. Please do that now. So come around on round number 3 of the 2x to 3x size. We're now going to move to the body of it, and the first round of the body for all sizes is a different count, and we'll talk about those when we get there in just. For the body size, you're going to start off in chaining 1 and then put a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the next stitch. Okay, this is going to form your corner. Then the small size is that you're going to single crochet 39. The next size up is 47, and then my size is going to be 55 single crochets. And then you were going to start with the corner again. So single crochet, chain 4, single crochet. So you're going to do this all the way around. And so right from this hyphen is the stitch counts per side that you will have when you go to do that. So that's something that you can keep in mind. So let's do this all the way around for round number 1 and do the size that you need to do. And let's pick up on round number 1. So round number 1, you're going to chain 1, and just this is considered the next stitch right here. And you're going to single crochet, chain 4, and single crochet into the same stitch. That's your first corner. So you're now going to start in the next stitch up, and you are going to do either 39, 47, or 55 single crochets in a row. Then you'll do another corner, which is a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet. And when you get all the way around, then you will end up back right here. So just continue to do this now, single crochet the number that you need, and I'll see you at the end of this round, round number 1. Now, when you get back around, you should have ended up in the even count. So in my case, it should have been 55, but I was an extra stitch. I don't know why, but what I've done is that I put 2 together, and then I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning. So it's perfect to always display perfect, but if you don't get perfect, you're like the rest of us, flawed. So let's go back to the diagram now, and we're going to start round number 2 in a second. On page number 3 of the pattern, we're going to be picking up right here on this row here. This is an old schematic. You can see that the X's are actually older, and it should be a plus sign in today's current way that we do our patterns. But we're picking up here, so you can see that there's a chain 4 with the single crochets in the corners. And so the only difference is between all of the rounds and all of the different sizes is that the stitch counts are more or less. Okay, so the stitch count is the same going to each corner. So round number 2, you're just going to slip stitch to the corner, and then in this corner here, you're going to chain a total of 4, and that'll count as a double crochet and a chain 1 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In the same corner here, apply another double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet right into that same corner. So all the corners of this particular one, except for the beginning here, are going to be a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. To get out of a corner, you're going to chain 1 first, and you are going to go to the first single crochet after the corner here. So this, see how this is attached here? It's this one. And you're going to put in a double crochet there, and then you are going to chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet in the next. And you'll do this all the way to the corner, so you'll end up to the stitch just before the corner, and then you'll chain 1 and then start a corner. So I will see you at the first corner to make sure that you're on track, and I'll be right back. Coming to my first corner, I just chain 1, and I have to skip the one that's part of the corner right here, and I just go right into my corner. So it's going to be double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. And that allows you to turn, chain 1 again, skip the first one right that's part of that one, and go right here and start doing the same thing all the way around. So double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and etc. Please do this around for round number 2. I'm coming into my last stitch here. I'm going to chain 1, and you know how we chained 4 when we started? We're only going to attach to the 3rd chain up of that beginning one, and that will finish round number 2. We're going to start round number 3 in a moment. Round number 3, right where you're sitting, you need to get yourself to the center point of a corner. So you're sitting on the one side here, so you need to slip stitch on over till you get to the corner piece, to the corner stitch. And then that's where you're going to start then round number 3. So you'll chain 4 at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the same stitch that you did, you're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, and then another double crochet. So the corner is exactly the same as you did before. You're going to chain 1, and you're going to come to the next double crochet that you'll run into. It's still part of the corner, and you're going to double crochet into the double, chain 1, skip the chain 1 space, and double into the double. And I'll see you on the first corner. So you'll do this all the way around, but I'll see you on the first corner to make sure that you're going in and out of the corner perfectly. I'll be right back. So I'm chaining 1, so I'm coming into my next corner. So I have my 3 that make up this corner. So after I chain 1, I'm going to come into the first double, chain 1, and then the middle one of the corner is the next one, and a new corner has to go here. So it has to be a double, chain 1, a double, chain 1, and a double. And then to get out of the corner, chain 1, and then move to your next double crochet and double, chain one, skip over it and do the next double. So do this all the way around for round number 3. Coming around on round number 3, I'm just going to chain one after the last double crochet is in, and I've already slip stitched here if you recall when I started, so I'm going to go to the 3rd stitch or the 3rd chain up on the beginning, and then we're going to begin round number 4. Now we use video chapters, and the video chapters allow you to scroll backward, and so if you go into the video description or the pinned comment, rounds number 4 through 10 is the repeat until the very edge. So we're about to start the repeating section that will take you all the way to the end. Here on the diagram, rounds number 4 through 10, so all the way from here to here, is the repeat pattern until you get to the size that you need. So we're going to start with round number 4 and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And once you're done that, then you start again on round number 4 through 10 until you get to the size that you need, and we'll talk about that after we get this section done. So let's begin on to round number 4. Round number 4. You're going to slip stitch into the next chain one space that's part of the corner, and it's the first space that is part of that corner. And then you're going to chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That counted as a double crochet and a chain 5 space. You're going to come into the very next space that's still part of that corner, and you're going to do the following. You're going to double crochet first, chain 1, double crochet again, chain 1, double crochet again, chain 1, and double crochet again. So you should see 4 double crochets complete in that same space. You're now ready to jump down the side. So go down the side. So when you start, you're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And look for the amount of spaces that you need to jump. So see, there's a space. So 1, 2, 3. So you have to skip the equivalent of 3 spaces. And then in the 4th space, you're going to come in and do the following. It's exactly what you just did in this space here. So it'll be a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. And then how many do you need to count to get to the next space that you need to move? It's 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to skip 3 spaces. So starting in the next one, 1, 2, 3, go to the 4th space, and then do your double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. And then you'll chain 5 again, and then jumping your spaces and etc. So I'll see you at the first corner to make sure you're turning properly, and I'll be right back in a moment. So let's make sure you're about to turn the corner properly. So I have my last one in here. I'm going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I skip 3 spaces, I should end up in the first space of the corner. Right there, right? So then you're going to do the same thing there. So it's going to be a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. So you got your 4 in there. And from this point here, you need to chain a total of 5 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then jump to the next space on the same corner and do the same thing. So when we started the very first one, when we chained 8, it was this one right here plus those 5. So we're going to start again. So the double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So then the corner is officially turned, and then you chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then count starting in the next space. So miss the next 3. So 1, 2, 3, go to the 4th and start all over again. Coming around on number 4 you've got your chain 5 and you're going to come into this here. So you're still skipping your 3 and you're coming here, but you already have the 1 double crochet already done when you started. So you'll have to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet, chain 1, and you'll attach it then to the 3rd chain up. So you should be able to count 5 empties and go to the 3rd chain up and then move on to your next round. Let's begin the next round now. Round number 5 is going to be a very quick round, and you're going to slip stitch to the chain 5 space first. And then in this space, you need to chain a total of round number 5 is going to be a very quick round, and the first thing you need to do is that you need to slip stitch into this chain 5 space. Chain 1 and then single crochet into the same space. You're then going to chain 4 to turn the corner, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the same space, single crochet. So that's what your corners, so all your corners are going to be a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the corner chain 5 space. To keep on moving on this thing, you're going to chain 2 coming out of a corner, and you are going to go to the middle one. See how there's groups of 4? Just go into the middle space, and in the middle space you need to double crochet, chain 3, and double crochet. So when you're not in one of these big shells, what you're going to do then is just to chain 2, 1 and 2, and single crochet right around this space. So then chain 2 and come into the next group. It's the middle space of the grouping of 4. So you're going to put in a double crochet, chain 3, and double crochet. So to come out of there, you need to chain 2, single into the next space, chain 2, and then go to the middle one again and double crochet, chain 3, double crochet. I'll see you in the first corner to make sure that you're turning properly, and I'll be right back. Come into any one of the corners, so I've just now done the single crochet around the space, chain 2, come to the middle space of the group, and you are going to double crochet, chain 3, and double crochet. And then because we're in this space here, we're going to chain 2 and then go right to the corner. So it'll be a single crochet, chain 4, and single crochet, and then start with fresh with another side. So chain 2, okay, come to the middle space, double, chain 3, and double, and then keep moving on. So then chain 2, single into the space, chain 2, and then come into the middle one again, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet. Please do this around for round number 5. Coming around in the end of number 5, and I'm just putting in my double crochet there, so that was in the middle space, and then when you come out of here, you just chain 2 and then slip stitch it to the first single crochet to complete this round. Let's move on to round number 6. Round number 6. Right where you're sitting, just move yourself by a slip stitch to the chain 4 space, and now you're going to chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And in the same space right here, you are going to double crochet. So that chaining 8 counted as a double crochet and then a chain 5 space. So this is what it looks like. So from here, you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single into the next single right down here. So here's the repeat pattern then to get to the next corner, and I'll see you on the next corner to show you how to turn just to make sure. But we're going to start off and you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And in the middle, right here, you're going to double crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double crochet again. Then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single into the next single right here. I'll show you one more repeat of that before I get you to the first corner. So to start another repeat, you're going to chain 3 to start, come into the middle right here, double crochet, chain 5, and then double crochet in, chain 3, and single into the next single. So do this all the way across. I'll see you on the first corner to make sure you're turning properly, and I'll be right back. So I'm coming up to my corner. So you've just gone into the space. I've chained 3. So I'm going to single into the 1 just before the corner space. And then I am going to chain 3. And then in the same corner space, double crochet, chain 5 to turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then double crochet back into that corner space. And before you're done that, chain 3 and single into the next single that's still part of that corner space. Okay, so that's how you turn the corner. So then you'll start again. So you'll start by chaining 3, come to the next space right here, and so you'll double, chain 5, and double, and then chain 3 and single into the next single. Please do this all the way around for this round, and I'll be right back. Coming back around on this round, you're just gonna, I've got my last one in here, I'm gonna chain 3, and then I got a single crochet down in the connection where this comes out of. This is where we started. So a single crochet down there, and then chain 3, and then we have to then single crochet up here to the third chain up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and that will complete this. So listen, I'm about to run out of yarn for this particular color, so I'm going to switch off in the next round. You'll see a different color, but it's still the same pattern. Let's continue to lucky round number 7. Moving on to round number 7. Now I did finish here. As I promised, I'm changing out my yarn. So you would just technically just start and you would chain 1, and then in here, you're going to put in 5 single crochets. So in my case, because I'm changing the yarn, I'm just going to attach into that same space, chain 1, and then I'm going to put in my 5 single crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're then going to just play within the tops of what we have here. See how they're separated like here? So you want to play here and you want to jump over these guys here. So when you're going to start out, then you're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We jump this and just go into the top section right here and put in 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we chain 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we come on over and just jump. Just kind of just follow it up. You can see it where you need to go. Okay, so up here, there's gonna be 5. So what I'll do is I'll meet you on the first corner to make sure that you're going in and out of the corner properly. And I'll be right back in a moment. I'm about to hit the first corner right here. So I've now got my 5 here. So I'm just going to chain 4 and then just go right into the corner piece itself and just put 5 in there, and that'll automatically turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then start at a fresh side again. And you're going to do this all the way around. So you'll jump by chaining 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then come into the top right here and put 5 singles in there. And please do this all the way around for this round. I'll be right back in a moment. Okay, and coming up on the round, I just have to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and join it to the first single crochet that I started with. Okay, so let's move on to your next round. Okay, round number 8 is a nice easy round, and it's easy to remember. So in the corners, they're unique, and we'll handle that. So we're going to chain up 1, and we're going to single crochet just in the first 2 alone. Remember that there's 5 single crochets that make up a corner. So we're going to single crochet just the first 2. And once you have that done, you just need to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and skip the middle one, which is the third one in, and just do the other 2 that are left. Okay, just like that. So you end up with a gap like that. So now what you're going to do So starting your next round, you want to begin by chaining 1, and you're going to single crochet the first 2. So 1 and 2. And the third one in is the middle one of a corner, so you're going to skip that and just chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're skipping that one and just do the other 2 on the other side. So whenever you have a corner, that's what you're going to do. So this one's really easy to remember. These chain 4 spaces are going to be each 4 single crochets in each of those spaces. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you have your 5 that are in these. So there's just going to be 1 into each one of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And do you really need to count it? No, not really. You just got to fill it in. So these ones, the spaces are just going to have 4 singles. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then just jump and then do 1 in each of these 5. I'll see you on the first corner to make sure you're turning properly. My corner is coming up really shortly, so I'm in the space before the corner, so there's just 4 singles into the space. And remember, there's 5 single crochets that make up the corner space. So in the corner here, you're going to just do the first 2, and then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip the next one and just do the other 2. And then your corner is maintaining like that. And you'll do that every time you have a corner. And then you'll carry on down the side, so 4 into the space, so 1 into each of these, and etc. Please do this around. Completing this round, I'm just putting my 4 singles into the last chain 4 space, and then I am just going to slip stitch it to the first single crochet that we started with. And then we're going to move on, and then we're going to do the next round next. In the next round, we have to get ourselves to this chain 5 space. So right where you're sitting, you're just going to slip stitch yourself over to get yourself to the space. And then from here, you're going to chain a total of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That counted as a double crochet and a chain 1 space. Then you're going to double crochet again into that same space, chain 1, and then double crochet 1 more time into that space, and then chain 1. So when you leave the corner here, you are going to go into this single crochet right here. It's the first one, and you are going to double crochet in, and then chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the next. You've done this before, way back here. Okay, so then chain 1, skip 1, and double into the next. I'll meet you on the first corner to make sure you're doing this properly. I'll be right back. Coming into the one just before the corner, and then chain one, and then you do your corner the same. So you do a double, chain one, double, chain one, and double. Chain one, and then you come into the one right after the corner, double, chain one, and skip one, and etc. Please do this all the way around for this round. Once you get back around, just chain one after the last double. It's in the last one before. And then we came out of here, we slip stitched, if you remember, and then we did the chain 4. So you're going to go and attach to the third chain of the 4 to complete that round. We're going to move on to your final round of the repeat next. Round number 10 is your final of the repeat. It's exactly what you did here. So we're going to begin and we're going to chain a total of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one's sitting on top of this one here. In the middle one right here, you're going to apply a corner. Let's move on to your final round. We're sitting on here. We need to get ourselves to the middle one of the corner. So just slip stitch over and over to get yourself to a corner. And this is where your journey begins. You're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That counted as a double crochet and a chain 1 space. In the same one, which is the middle one, you're going to double crochet again, chain 1, and double crochet one more time. And then chain 1. And now you're just going to follow this around. So going right here is your first stitch out. So your double crochet on top of the double, chain 1, skip the space, and double on top of the double. Okay, chain 1, double on top of the double. I'll see you on the first corner to make sure you're turning properly in just a moment. So coming into my next corner, chain 1, I'm going to go right into the double here. Chain 1, come to the middle one, and then create a new corner completely. So it's going to be a double, chain 1, double, chain 1, and double all into the same. Chain 1 to finish that, and then move down the next side. So just jump on to the next double, chain 1, and double into the double, and chain 1. Do this around for this final round number 10. Yes, I'm coming back around and I'm just filling in my spaces as I have them. Chain 1, and then I'm going to join to the third chain up of the beginning, chain 4. Now this is the end of the repeat, so we're going to talk about what to do next because we have to do this these rows several times over and over. We're going to go back to the pattern and then do the final edging with you on camera. In this video, we use video chapters, and you can find that in the video description, and you will see rounds number 4 through 10 in time markers. You can click those and then just go through it over and over. So you need to make sure that rounds number 11 to 31 is repeating 4 to 10 3 times, and that just gets you to where you need to go, and therefore you'll be at the end of number 31 at that time. So just go back to number 4 through 10 and do that 3 times. We're then going to move on to the final edge. I'm going to just draw it out for myself to make sure I understand, and I'll be right back in a moment. When you're ready for the final edging, it's actually pretty simple. So let's begin. You're just going to slip stitch yourself to this. So this will be the end of number 31. So this is round number 10, and you're just going to slip stitch over and then chain 3. So 1, 2, 3 counts as your first double crochet, and put 3 more double crochet into that same spot. You were then going to chain 2, and because you're in the corner, you're going to come onto the other side. So skip the middle one and come on to the other side and do 4 double crochet. The secret number is 4. So the chain 3 plus the 3 equals 4. And then there's 4 double crochets on this side. You're then going to chain 2. You're going to skip the first chain 1 right here, come to the second, and you're just going to slip stitch to hold it down. Chain 2. You're going to skip the next one and come right here, and you're going to put 4 double crochet in there. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 2. Skip the next empty one, come to the second one, slip stitch to hold it down, chain 2, skip the next one, and put 4 double crochets into the next. I'll see you on the first corner to make sure that you're turning properly, and I'll be right back in a moment. So I'm coming up to my first corner. If your spaces are not spaced properly, I would say to myself at this point, to Wanda, and just fill it in. There's really no crochet police as far as I know, because I'd already be arrested. So I'm going to skip the next space, go into the space just before the turn of the corner, and put in 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and because this is a corner, just chain 2, and then just jump to the other space on the other side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then start a fresh side. So you're just going to chain 2, skip the first space, slip into the next, chain 2, skip the next space, go to this one, and then put 4 double crochet into that, and you're going to do the same thing around. Please do this for your final round of the edge. So coming back around, you're just filling it in. So you're slipped in, you're just going to chain 2 and then slip to the top of the first chain 3. And that's it, and you just weave in your ends and you're good to go. And this would be how you would create this Fire and Ice poncho. That's it for today. We hope you enjoy.